To my most amazing husband, my everything, my sweetheart, my master, the one who loves me, I'm grateful to God to have you in my life. You bring so much joy. You make me the happiest woman alive. You are a blessing in my life, and I pray that God keep us together until we grow older. I can't imagine this life without you. You are the pillar, my source of strength, and I treasure the affection that we have for each other. I see the God in you. I appreciate you being you, your true self, and how you love the Lord. May we continue to hold each other's hand. May the love never stop burning, to continue being there for each other. You are more than just my husband. You are my best friend. You are everything to me. The one who accepts my flaws, the one who supports me and my wildest dreams, one who believes in me more than I believe in myself. You are the pillar that holds my life. I will continue to be there for you, respect you, love you, protect you, and always honor you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Happy anniversary.
Wow, that's powerful. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Kure, I don't even know where to start. I feel like what I've written here is not close to who you are. But let me express it in writing. I don't know whether it will be truly expressed. But yeah. So it reads, Dear sweetheart, my most kind, humble, strong and loving woman, I thank God for the day that I met you. You've brought so much beauty in my life and has helped to believe more. You've helped me to believe more in true love. I know it is not easy to be with someone like me who comes with so much burdens, but I've watched you carry the load with me until this day. You could have chosen to be with a person who does not have the ministry load and relative loads and business loads that I have. God has given you the strength to carry with me and to carry me as a person. As an individual, I believe you have your own dreams and goals, and none of what you are doing now, was what you planned for yourself, but you still held on to the hope of love and trust. I'm forever indebted to you for your selfless heart of love and kindness. Thank you for loving me, my parents, my siblings, the people in the ministry, our most beautiful child, Potato. For as long as we live, we will forever be tied together by the bonds of true love. The past 5 years of marriage have been great, and the next 5 years will be even more great. I feel honored, loved, respected, cherished, and appreciated whenever I'm with you. I do not care the challenges we might face in the ministry and business or general, or those that I may face at work. But as long as I have a peaceful and supportive wife by my side, I know for a fact that I can withstand whatever is thrown my way. Forever shall I love you, protect you, respect you, and see only you through the lens of love. Be rest assured that no woman can come close to what you represent in my life. I love you.
You're the strongest person ever. Me too. Cheers to more wins together, to respect, love, and more children.
More children. More money.
Cheers to more money. May the Lord be with us.
Amen.
Hello everybody, hello family, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the Rafapas. If it's your first time coming here, and it's our anniversary today. I don't know if we look excited.
Serehudile.
Yes. So we thought of doing a video just to share a bit about our journey in these 5 years. We've been married for 5 years, being together for 7 years, so 5 years in marriage. So it's a milestone. It's big. It's big. Many people will say that 5 years is the honeymoon stage. So I guess we need to reflect on that. And hey, how was our honeymoon stage? And how are we looking forward to the next coming 5 years to make it 10 years, to make our marriage work? But to be honest, it has always been a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you think of marriage, I remember when I married, I was 23, you were 22. We were very young when we got married, and there were too many voices, you know, that were negative. To say, you're still young, your marriage will not work, you're not ready, all of those things. And if you look at how God has, you know, shown up for us and what He has made us, today our marriage becomes a blessing in other people's marriages, you know, guiding other young people who are looking into getting married on the right pathway, you know. Our marriage is an example, I can say, and it has been a great, wonderful 5 years of marriage.
Yeah.
A lot has been learned.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
But one thing I'm grateful for, Gore, we still have the respect for one another. That's priceless.
And I think that's one of the things that really kept our marriage strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get deeper into that. So yeah, a few days back, we asked the questions on our platforms, social media platforms, so that the video can be relevant and can answer the right questions for people who would like to have an opportunity to ask us any question regarding our marriage. So those questions, the first question, I'm gonna read it. You're going to answer your question, and the first person said, any advice to the singles trusting God for marriage?
Yeah.
There's a single person here who's trusting God for marriage. Doesn't know how long will it take for the person to get married, and whether he or she will get the right partner. So how do you trust God for marriage?
I would say have principles,
Okay.
because if you don't have principles, you will not sustain marriage. The principles I live by in my marriage are the principles that I have been having before I got married.
Okay.
So you need to have principles in your life, and you
Okay.
need to respect yourself as a person,
Okay.
and you need to know your God.
Okay.
Don't marry rushing. Develop your character to be strong so that you are able to coexist with someone else.
Okay.
Respectful. If I didn't respect myself, I wouldn't be able to respect you. So apart from the issue that you are young and single, it's an opportunity for you to develop yourself, your character, in the Word of God. So that when you get married, you are well equipped for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think trusting God, it requires patience. Because I think many people, they tend to say they trust God, but they lose patience along the way because of they start comparing themselves with their peers. Maybe somebody is getting married, and then you feel like your time is moving, and you also think you must be in a relationship, and the person must marry you. Like you just want to build a family. It is a good thing, but your trust in God, it is shown in your patience. Trusting God and being patient with God. And as my husband has said, through your patience is how you be, your attitude, how you behave throughout your trust, throughout the process until you get the right partner. Living by the principles of God and nothing else. Work on yourself, work on your character. That even when God brings someone in your life, He brings the right person. The person who is aligned with your values, the person who is aligned with your character, with everything that revolves around you. Because I believe you attract who you are. So your trust in God, your trusting in God, it depends on your patience, and it depends on how you take care of yourself, on how you do things throughout the process. And God is going to answer that. Be patient with God, pray about it. Everything that you do, pray about it. Don't do things because you're under pressure. Don't do things because you feel like time is no longer on your side.
No.
Because you might find yourself being in a
In a situation.
in a situationship, and you want to blame God and say that God, I trusted you, but this is what you have given me. Sometimes we trust God, but if we find ourselves not being patient, we fall into the wrong trap, into the wrong thing, and we go back and blame God. So believe, trust God, and have patience in God.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Yes. And the second one says, how do you deal with temptations?
Temptations.
I just don't know the temptations that the person is talking about, but I think it just speaks about obviously things that that might destroy your marriage. It's a temptation. Maybe you are tempted to cheat. I believe cheating is one of the temptation. You are tempted, or sometimes, or I can't say that you are tempted to cheat, but you just find I just find a handsome person out there, and when you just like someone, but you have to remember that I have someone in my life. I have a husband. It's kind of like a temptation. Not that you have fallen into the temptation, but it's a temptation. Then how do you overcome it? How do we deal with such temptations? Do you get tempted
Yeah,
to
everyone
do
gets
something
tempted.
that hurry, if you do it, it might ruin your marriage?
Everyone gets tempted, even Jesus. The Bible said he was tempted, I think my answer for that is know who you are and what you stand for.
That's powerful. Yeah.
That's I'm just speaking, reflecting how I've been able to live with you for the number of years we've lived with, each other. And the ability for me to withstand those temptations. I've met girls, some are beautiful,
Have you ever been approached before?
approached.
Yeah.
No, you won't approach a person like me. Because I know what I stand for.
Okay.
And I make sure that my environment knows what I stand for.
Okay.
Did you get what I'm saying? When I'm at work, my colleagues know what I stand for.
Okay.
So I create that as a security for myself. If my everyone who knows me knows how much I hate cheating. I don't hate it in secret. So even if I wanted to get into an affair at work, or maybe there's a beautiful colleague who just, got employed, and I feel attracted to that person, for the fact that I've defined my environment, it makes it hard. People don't expect to see me doing certain things.
So they can't even approach you in that area.
No, you can't. I'm still waiting for someone who's going to be that bold. I don't know how long it will take. I'm still waiting for a girl who will be very bold to approach a person like me,
Okay.
to try and seduce me or what. It has never happened. I'm a leader at church. I'm running a program that has to do with students. We interact with very beautiful people, but I know who I am. I know what I stand for.
Yeah.
So you need to know what you stand for. If you don't know what you stand for, you'll be everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's very much important what you say, that you need to know yourself. Yeah, for some of us, we've been approached multiple times, but knowing who you are, it really helps a lot. And I think also fearing God,
Yeah.
it does help, because of, if I don't fear God, I would think that certain things I can do them without my husband knowing. So you need to fear God and always remember the thing that makes me never to do things that would hurt my husband is the respect, because of certain things they can show how much you have a respect for a person. Yes, not that we are not tempted, but your approach, and also when you get approached, how you entertain something with tell whether you will fall into the temptation or not. If you entertain it, it will be easy for you to fall into the temptation. So when something is wrong, stop it or rebuke it from the get-go.
Yeah.
Okay, the third question says, is chemistry important when choosing a life partner, or does it grow over time?
What is chemistry? Connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, I think more than anything, you need
You need
somebody
to,
who's suitable to you.
yeah, you need to enjoy being around someone.
Yeah, you can't be together in this like a wall.
That's why when this thing of someone choosing a partner, it's not working, because there must be a chemistry. Like it must come automatically. So
Yeah,
you don't
then
have to force it.
then other things you check, like principles, as I said, whether or not a person is born again. Even if they are born again, what are their principles? What do they believe in? What do they not believe in? What is their stand on uh, traditional mediums mixed with Christianity? What are their stand on polygamy? All those things. But the first thing is we need to connect, I think.
Yeah, chemistry is so much important. Like its importance, like before we can talk about any other thing. Like even also, I believe, Hore, when someone approaches you as a lady, obviously the person might not know you on a deeper level, but there's a little bit of chemistry. Like there's a little bit of something that attracts you or want to connect you with the person. So also it grows over time. It should grow, because that's one of the things that makes someone to miss you. You always wish that you are around the person. But if you are in a relationship where, even if when you come back from work I get bored, I don't want to see myself next to you, then there's an issue.
There's an issue. Yeah.
So we need to love each other from the get-go. They need to be that spark.
I love it when you said you have to miss someone. You can't miss someone whom you are not connected with. Yeah, even when they are far, you should feel on something. Something is wrong here. Yeah.
Okay, what happened? What helped your relationship to stay strong?
Yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful. I think one of the things is the respect that we've been able to maintain throughout.
You know, when I was just reflecting on our marriage, one thing I noticed is that we understand each other. Understanding each other, I think that's what makes us strong, because we get challenged. We meet situations that maybe they don't favor us, and we perceive things in a different way, or maybe we just step on top of each other's shoes and we're just not aware. Understanding each other, how you deal with the situation, it's what makes the relationship to be strong. in the midst of circumstances, in the midst of situations, how you approach the situation will determine how long you last in your conflicts. But if you don't understand each other, then we will always fight, we'll always like to reach a point where we no longer enjoy each other.
Yeah, Kore, one of the things, as we mentioned, what my wife said is powerful. The understanding for each other, you know, being able to tell that I'm Karmutwaga Ashapu. Without you, without her telling you or something like that. But in a nutshell, because I think this is a broader topic that we can list a number of things, but I think the most powerful thing is the respect.
And don't always think that you are right.
Yeah, the respect. Even the way when we handle matter, you won't find us shouting at each other or speaking words out of anger. I don't remember you telling me something that was intended to hurt me. Like when you're in a heated argument and words just fly.
Yeah, or even when you're angry, you need to listen to yourself what you are saying.
Because next thing we fixed, but those words, they've made certain damage. They've made a certain damage in one's life. So I think we should keep that up. Like the way we deal with matters, not bottling things up. When you are not fine, you put it out there, and we communicate about it with respect. Instead of fighting, we check what is challenging us.
Yeah, how can we
team
solve
up
it
together and fight it?
And be like, she'll be okay.
Hey, so
She'll come around.
Yeah, most couples, what they do is they fight each other. And then they don't fight the problem. So the problem stays. And then they always fight each other.
Yeah.
When they should be teaming up and fight the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, so I think just the respect and handling conflict respectfully. It's one of the things that and not lying, like just being honest, not having secrets that can ruin trust. Because the moment you hide something from me and I find out, then I start doubting you. What else are you hiding? So just being free around your partner and just being yourself and not lie. Why do you lie? Yeah. So I think that should help.
Yeah.
For now.
That's true, my love. How do you balance work, family, ministry? Kore, it's a lot. Somebody's saying
Jesus.
it's a lot. It's a lot. We are not balancing to start with.
It's not balancing.
The equation is not balancing.
It's a lot. Like.
The equation is not balanced, whether in mathematics or in accounting. The balance sheet. Shame.
Like
this and that, and this and if you can check, most of the things that we do, they're so much important. They're very dear to our heart, like very close to our hearts.
Like ministry, leading people, you need an oil, my friend. People are but like Jesus. Jesus.
Don't cry.
It's not easy. There's that joy for serving the Lord that you have as a person. And then there's people who take time to catch what you are doing, and you have to have the patience for them. Sometimes you have to serve them,
especially when you are sacrificing
and
for
serve
them.
and serve them until you dry out yourself. But with the Lord's help and the strength of God, we are able to do it. That is why there's fatigue in ministry. There are pastors who give up, close down churches and all that because of the challenges that we meet in the ministry. I think if I compare ministry and the business, if I'm to choose which one to continue
if you feel like you're not balancing and you have to cut one off.
And then I don't get the influence of heaven, I'll go for the business. Because at least in the business, I've employed people. Again, when you employ someone, it's to make easy
Even in the ministry, you choose people. You choose.
Now the problem with the people that are serving in the church, they don't get remunerated for it. So the passion dies, and once they leave and they are not consistent,
so it brings more work to you.
Now you need to do that yourself.
Then the balancing.
Yeah, that is why grown churches, what they do, they put them on a budget. So if you're starting out and the ministry financially is not doing well, and there are these guys for the instruments, at least on our side we've not had that challenge of having too many people who are demanding money, especially on the instrument side.
But I can hear you focusing, like the question is, how do you balance between ministry and business and family and all that? And I can hear you touching more on ministry. Is it something that you feel like it's even taking more time?
Ministry is taking more time. Ministry is bringing more stress. You get what I'm saying?
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing, but it's giving more stress. And sometimes the time you should spend with your family, with your kids, with your wife. Remember we even said on Sundays we need to just go out and just enjoy ourselves with kids and all that. But because of the ministry, you end up not doing that.
When you come back from, you want to do other things.
You want to do other things, so and when you check, it's ministry.
Yeah.
To keep, because there's this thing that you can see, but it's like
they're not catching.
They're not catching, and sometimes they do all they can do to their best level. You understand? So you have to lead, show them the way, be patient with them, love them, develop them. Sometimes you teach someone to do something, they abandon you. Now you must start with a new one. To teach them, look, this is how we do it. So it's tiring in a way. But because of the calling of God, that is why Paul said we can be hard pressed, but we are not crushed, because there's an oil on us. But to answer the question, how we balancing, we're not balancing. It's not balancing, but we are moving.
Yeah,
we are moving. The business is running well. Our family, we are happy with each other. We just need to create more time to our marriage, because marriage also you need more time. We do with my wife sometimes just go out once in a while, but I think we need that consistent quality time to say every Sunday after church is just a walk. We used to do it. We just walk and get into deep conversations and all that. Now we
but I think a bit of planning helps. Have you noticed?
And also look now the YouTube.
You don't plan. Yeah.
Also the YouTube
that's why
channel.
She's saying it's a lot.
Yeah,
now it's a YouTube channel.
Now it's a YouTube channel. You
must have time to
edit videos.
Take videos, edit
them, post them. It's just
you impossible. Go to work. When you come back, you must cook. You must prepare for the kids.
Yeah.
So at least some of us, we are not working now, which is a bit better. But I know my husband is not balancing. You'll be okay.
Yeah, but also having a supportive partner, I think it makes things easier. For now, we are running. It's smooth, but it's not up to par where we can say we're managing.
It's like when you focus more on this one start lacking.
Yeah,
and you can see the results. Like you can see, no man, things are not going well. If you leave the business, you can see the business. If you leave ministry, you can see that people they are losing focus. They want you always to be.
Yeah. But we're trusting God.
Yeah, we're trusting God, and we are not complaining. That's why I said, Hore, everything that we do, they are very close to our heart. So we're just finding ourselves to balance. And I think the other thing is that we've found, in our 20s, we've found like ourselves, like the things that we need to do, we need to focus on. So it's just a matter of trying to balance. But I had sometimes balance, it's not easy. But
the more your life get busy and
we'd win. Yeah. How do you address issues at home without stepping on someone's toes? I think this one we've answered. Yeah. How do you guys handle finances in marriage? Do you share bills or combine?
We combine.
Siyahlanganisa. Ke tshwara cut. Yeah. Yes.
But banjishitje.
Yeah, no.
Banjishitje.
Some of us, we are cruising nicely.
Ke jele pekwa ya lerato.
It's very nice here. It's very nice. We just need to I think we're just being honest with each other. We combine everything. How or nakitlisha, I bring this much and you bring that much. So you're afraid, you feel like no, I have to limit my demands, I have to limit how I ask things because I'm bringing less. No. From the get-go, I think it's because of how we started. From the get-go, mine is yours, yours is mine. So being honest, I was still talking about honest. Being honest, if you want to do something and you feel like it can cripple your finances, we communicate. We communicate, and we are not communicating and in a way how we want to make another one feel less of themselves. We just make sure that when I do something, you are aware. When you see that this month we are not balancing financial, it's because of this, Just not that because of my husband, he's busy doing this, buying things for people and doing this, and I don't know. And when I ask her, we need money for this, you always tell me that because we did a budget and I can see that we are surviving, and then we are no longer serving. What did you do with the money? Later on you tell me that no, I did this without telling me.
It could cause fight also.
Yeah, it affects our marriage. So as we talk about everything, baby, I want to do this, I want to send my mom this, I want to partner with the ministry with the money, I want to do everything. We communicate. And communication does not mean because of you feel like no, I need to tell him because he's bringing more money. It's just a matter of knowing that I need to do this with the money. It's ours. Yeah. So we combine. There's no handle these bills and then I will handle.
Yeah. It brings competition, that one.
Yes. What do you love doing together? What is it that we love doing together?
What we love doing together? We do a lot of things together. So.
But at least one. What is it that we love doing together?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Myself, personally, I just love bonding with you. Yeah, that quality time.
So if we have to talk on a personal level, I love us helping each other.
Yeah, so you see, it's different.
Yeah, when we help each other, just they're talking about maybe we love watching movies together, we love going out together.
We're not movies people.
I'm giving you an example.
Yeah, but we love going out together.
Yeah. So it's what we really love doing it together.
Yeah, those are that is the thing that we do most of the time. Just saying, let's go over Moya.
Or do you love helping kids with homework together? I know. Yes, I think we answered the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. And now, as a form of reflection, I think this one, they are personal. I just thought about them that we should talk about them and should form part of the video. Yeah? So, what are 5 things that we have learned in our 5 years of marriage? Since we are 5 years in marriage, what are 5 things that we have learned that maybe challenged us? They were too challenging, but we have learned. When you have to advise someone and say, because of now we made this mistake, we should not do this. This is how we do things. What have we learned?
I think on my side, being protective towards the emotions of your partner. Don't take decisions out of sympathy or excitement without considering the long-term effect. especially the long-term effect of your partner based on the decision that you took.
Okay.
You know that thing of burdening your partner with a commitment, a long-term commitment that they have not been ready for. Because of when you are looking at it. Let me give a practical example. Let's say it's a church, ne? We're in the ministry, and there's a family that is struggling financially. And then I commit to that family that every month I'm gonna give you 2,000. And I'm committing this because of, not because I calculated our finances, because of I feel so. And it's not because God said to me I should do that. I just feel it's the right thing to do. Right? The next thing, 6 months later, remember it's a family thing now. Me and you, we do things together. It start being a load on you, which you and I never sat down and communicated about it. And now it's more like it's a burden. So you're no longer doing it because you are happy doing it.
Yeah.
So don't take a decision, especially a big decision, that can affect. It's like me going now because I love Audi. I just come back with the Audi. Hello, baby. Here's the Audi. We must be happy, right? But there's a financial commitment attached. Maybe the Audi needs 15,000 every month. Now our finances, it's a decision we never spoke about. It's a good thing we bought a nice car, new car in our home. It will benefit both of us, but we're supposed to sit and plan on. It's a future effect, like it's a long-term effect that we need to sit down and speak on. So we need to, I think part of the things I've learned is to consider the next person.
It's the first one.
Yeah.
For me, I think what I've learned and always emphasize, I think most of our videos we spoke about this, is understanding each other's love language. Like if you are in marriage, understand your partner, what they love, what they love, and play the role. Do that, because it makes, when your actions, there's certain things that when you do, I notice that when I do certain things that you love, I can see, like, you can feel the love without even me saying that I love you. So when you get married, firstly, when you learn a person, also understand what a person loves, and take it as your role, or I must play this role because of this makes my partner happy. Most of the time, seeing me doing this to him, it makes him happy, and that's what would always bring the spark and always bring that thing of us feeling the connection, feeling together. So I've learned, how if you don't do it, it affects your marriage. It's like now you just do things. But those things, when you do them, you even alone, you might not tell me sometimes, but when alone, you just ask yourself, God, why you gave me a wife like this? Just with the small things. So you need to understand and know your partner's love language and act on it.
That's powerful.
It does help a lot. And the third thing, can I talk or you have something?
No, can I throw in?
Okay.
Yeah. So the other, we're on the third one now. Family planning. I think it's one of the things that challenged us in our marriage. So my wife comes from a background. My wife comes from a background where it's 2 kids. It's her and her little sister. So me, I come from a background where we are a crash.
15.
So I grew up with the mentality that I want to have children. I don't want to have 2 children. You see? And my wife says, me, I want to have at least 1 or 2.
But I never said 1.
I never said you said 1.
Okay, sorry.
But you never wanted to have more than 2.
No, I said at least 3. It's just that
You were meeting me halfway.
is it
at
the
3.
intervals or the what? How we have kids. I didn't want us to
Yeah, so
chulla this year give birth, next year give birth, the following year give birth.
children are a blessing. So
I think we
children are a blessing. So yeah, so before you get married, I think these are things that should be addressed in premarital counseling. You see, how many children do you want? You. How many children do you want? You. And you must ask yourself one thing. Whatever you answer, is it your decision or is it your agreement? There is my decision, there is what I want, and there is what we agree on as a couple. So me, I wanted 8 children. My wife wanted 2 children. We said, okay, let's compromise to 3. Because already it was something that, took us back and forth in the marriage. And even with our first child, my wife was just not ready. And it was almost like me, I want to, let's start now. No. We just got married, let's start now. No.
It was just the excitement.
So
We're not ready.
so is that thing. So I think family planning is important. Agree.
It's important.
Agree with your partner.
There
It
was
can
a
make you to
time
fight.
you got angry because of that.
Yeah.
Angry.
No, you know what made me angry? Ne? You know what my wife will do? My wife will say, okay, we'll try for a child next year. Next year arrives. The brother has been waiting 12 months. Next year arrive, baby, let's review that conversation. Again, when she said next year, she thought next year will never arrive. So it arrived. Now it's time for us to have a baby, and it's another next year. So when we arrive in that other next year, it's another next year. So you start asking yourself, are we going to win this or what? Maybe I should communicate. Maybe through anger, I must just be angry so that she can understand the agency of this matter.
Hey.
And now
it was challenging.
we are blessed by the Lord.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, I even forgot what I wanted to say. You're done. Okay. The 4th thing is what we have learned is when you are still getting newlyweds, avoid having a lot of people around you, especially the ones who stays with you. Yeah, that one really challenged us. Since from the beginning of our marriage, the minute we got married, already we were a crutch where we stayed.
Yeah, so you end up fighting because of
We never had our own time. We never had that space where we had to know each other more. We were always occupied.
I remember one time we interviewed this old couple, very old couple, and then they said because already they are old in marriage, they have kids are working.
Those ones they can stay with can stay with everyone.
No, but one thing they said that caught my attention is that the first 5 years you should stay together, just the 2 of you. So that when you fight because of what you disagree on. Right?
So actually now we're supposed to that what we did, they're supposed to start now.
Yeah. So now they said because that's why when people grow up and they are 40 years in marriage, they divorce each other because kids are out of the house. It's
they
just
don't know
2
each
strangers.
Other. Yeah. Who don't know each other.
2 strangers.
They're always occupied. Yeah.
Yeah. They can't stay alone together. But I think me and you have mastered it. Even though we had those, because of the kind of
I think we're talking about things we learned. We have mastered it, but it was a roller coaster. If you think that people are not fighting, we also fight, but we understand each other. We'll always go back there. We fight, but how we fight, we don't shout at each other. We don't, we are not over dramatic.
Especially when a person visits your house and then they want your wife to be their mate. Do you get me? You're staying with a person, the person does not want to help in the house. Like me as a husband, I help. So if I have my siblings or my brothers coming
For the whole
to
week.
stay the whole week and all that,
And
yes, like work after yourself. Don't make your presence in my house a burden for my wife. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think that was one of the challenges that we met, but we're able to address it.
So now what I've learned through this is respect your boundaries. The Bible says that let your yes be yes and your no be no. I was one person who was not like that, and I think I'm still struggling with that because I consider people's feelings way more than mine. I don't like hurting people. I don't know if there's someone I've ever hurt through my words. I've said something sorry, but I know I consider people's feelings, and sometimes, which is good, but sometimes it affects me. Sometimes I compromise myself. It's not good when now you start compromising your own feelings more, and then you no longer think about your own. You're always thinking, what will people say? I need to just say yes so that you want to be loved. You want to be, they say, no, she's a good person and all of that. So I think there was a point where I reached a point where I didn't respect my own boundaries, and that really affected me a lot. And I had to sit down with my husband. No, this is I don't have a problem. This is how we can do it. I appreciate helping people and doing this, but sometimes I feel like the way we are approaching it, it's hurting me. I'm taking, at the end of the day, we always have people, but it's like now it affects me. I need to be happy. I need to do things from the bottom of my heart. Even if at the moment we agreed and I agreed from my heart. But along the way, because of we are dealing with human beings and they have their own way of living. Now it's hitting you. So now what I've learned here is to have boundaries. If you don't like something, talk about it.
That's powerful. Well, number what now?
4. Shotema fell.
Emma fell.
Number 5.
They said 5 things. The other thing is that spend time with each other.
Meaning, there was a time in our marriage where it's like we're older people. It's like we forgot. We focused on someone again. We asked the question. We answer the question of how do we balance. It's like now the things that we have to do, they are taking our time. They occupied us, and then now we
the
leave.
Business.
Yeah,
It's the ministry, it's the kids,
you cook,
cooking.
you sleep at night. It's like a normal life. It's like we've been there. So, and then we forgot about ourselves.
So sometimes spend time with each other.
Don't feel like when you spend time with each other, you're wasting time. No. Sometimes we feel like that. Baby,
Really busy. So have that quality time with your partner. It works. It makes you to connect.
Yeah, it works, and it gives you time to speak
have
about
that
things.
Deep conversation.
Yeah,
not
that
about,
you normally
not
don't
about
talk
what
about.
What are we eating today?
Hey.
Where's the homework for the kids?
Is my trouser clean?
No, are you happy as a person? Are you okay?
Yeah.
What is it that makes you unhappy? We talk about it. You feel refreshed, you feel revived. Some of the things that you always wanted to speak about and you didn't have the platform, that's an opportunity to speak about them. Just take out your time, have coffee somewhere outside of the house, or maybe go to a vacation or something, celebrating, like now we are somewhere celebrating love and all that. One of the things that we need to do after having cameras in front of us is that we need to sit down, you and I, and talk. You see, it's all about that time together. And I think we're done.
Yeah. And I hope we have answered you guys the way you expected it, or even way more. And we appreciate your support. We appreciate the love. If you're new here, please subscribe, share with others this information, whether you are married or not. Yes, so this is our 5th year.
Yeah, yes.
And pray for
That's
us. Pray for us, and we believe that we are not there. We are still learning also. Yeah, it's a journey. We're still learning, and we hope to still come back here 10 years later.
Yeah.
And speak and reflect on the video that we took 5 years back, and we say that we are still together. So we are still going to learn. Don't be afraid of marriage. I think something just comes into my spirit right now. Don't be afraid of marriage because of your family. Maybe your family, your mother, your grandmother, they didn't do well in marriage. Trust God. Believe in God that you are unique and you can do things differently. Don't be afraid to get married because of maybe how things were done at your home. I know it's traumatizing, but you just need videos like this to help you to see that there are people that really love each other. There are godly marriages out there, and this video is just to be there to remind you and to reassure you that you can also build a healthy family. You can still find someone that really loves you. So thank you for tuning in. Yeah, bye.
Bye.